If you need unlimited domination, clutch time, or anything else grinded, make sure you hit up RoseNBA on Twitter for quick, safe, and reliable grinding services. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to evo the brand new Ruby cards to Diamond that came out today in the new glitch set, which are Montrezl Harrell, PJ Tucker, and Talon Horton Tucker. These three cards all unlocked glitched abilities, and to unlock their glitched abilities, you have to evolve them, or I guess you could buy an evolved version. But we're going to be talking about how to evolve all three of these cards fast and easy, what their evo requirements are, and all those things. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 8,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day and would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's talk about their evo requirements. So if you come down here to Card Evolution, scroll down, you'll see their evo requirements. First of all, we have Montrezl Harrell, who develops a 3-point shooting glitched ability, and to evo him, you need 150 points, 40 threes, 50 rebounds, and 3 blocks in a single game. All of these are going to be very easy. This is going to be a very, very fast challenge. The hardest part is probably going to be the 3 blocks in a single game, but even that I don't think will be all that challenging. But to get all these stats, it's really not going to be that hard. Rebounds come naturally. 3-pointers are going to come alongside the 50 points or the 150 points. The only issue is that he only has a 52 3-ball, so making 43s is going to be a little bit tough, but we'll talk about how to make that easier here in a second. But that does give him a significant boost to mid-range 3-ball, even free throw, shot IQ, and offensive consistency as well. It gives him half aerial wizard, half rise up, and then a bunch of gold badges like limitless takeoff, catch and shoot, claymore, silver blinders, half corner specialist, gold green machine, silver guard up, even bronze limitless range. Makes this Montrezl Harrell a pretty solid budget card, probably a better power forward than center because he's undersized, but overall it's going to make him pretty good. Second, we have PJ Tucker. He needs 150 points, 40 dunks, 4 dunks in a game, and 10 steals, and that's going to make this PJ Tucker get an athleticism boost, which is going to boost a lot of his stats as well. It's going to boost important stats like driving layup, close shot, ball handle, standing dunk, driving dunk, speed through ball, and acceleration, as well as vertical. Also going to give him a bunch of other statistics like or things like half bully, gold fast twitch, gold limitless takeoff, gold posterizer, gold slithery, half corner specialist from gold. And you're gonna have to score 150 points with him, make 40 dunks, 4 dunks in a single game, and get 10 steals. His base dunk right now is going to be a 75, so those 4 dunks in the game and the 40 dunks really should not be that hard, but we'll talk about how to get all that stuff as well as the 10 steals here in just a second. And then the final player for today's video is going to be Talon Horton Tucker, who has 150 points, 40 threes, 10 steals, and 40 assists as his evo requirement to get him a 3-point boost, mid-range boost, free throw boost, and offensive consistency boost. Also a bunch of badges like half acrobat, half fast twitch, silver agent 3, gold amped blinders, catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist, half deadeye, gold green machine and guard up, silver limitless range, gold midi magician, and gold slippery off ball. And this again, not gonna be that hard. The hardest thing probably is gonna be the steals. Everything else is just stat accumulation between points, 3 balls, and assists. He's even got a pretty decent 3-ball rating already at a 78, which is gonna make those 3-pointers pretty easy. So yeah, let's hop into it and let's talk about how you can actually get these challenges done quite quick and easy. All right, so the easiest way that I think to do these evos is going to be to come over here to Spotlight Challenge. Just click on Season 2 Reward Spotlight. Go to Level 1 Jokic. This challenge is on Semi-Pro, which makes it a very, very easy difficulty. And then plug these 3 guys in there. And it's really not a particularly... It's going to make it a lot easier to get these evos done. Simply just because, I mean... This challenge is on Semi-Pro. It's only to 21 points, and it's a triple threat game, which means there's a lot of space in the court. And remember, we don't need a ton of like super challenging things in this for these evos, I guess I would say. There's not a lot of hard evos in these evos specifically. It's like 10 steals with THT, 10 steals with PJ Tucker, and then 3 blocks in a single game with Montrezl Harrell. Everything else is just stat accumulation. It's dunks with PJ Tucker, 3s with Harrell and Talon Horton Tucker, rebounds with THT or rebounds with Montrez. A lot of simple things like that. So this challenge, you plug these rubies in here. It's really not going to be a particularly hard challenge whatsoever. I don't know why I'm loading in super slowly to an offline game. The fact that this happens sometimes is ridiculous. It's literally making me sit here and load into this game, which is ridiculous, but regardless, there we go. We're finally in the game. In terms of dunks are really easy. I feel like we'll start off with dunks, getting PJ Tucker his dunks. That's the first thing that I think we can talk about, is getting PJ his dunks, and they're not going to be particularly hard. I mean, dunks are super easy. Steals is just trying to get bump steals, getting to the outside hand and trying to bump the angle and things like that. Blocks is also pretty easy. We'll talk about blocks in a second, but first of all, let's go with dunks. And the first thing you can do is just call, pass, and screen away, right on the left on the D-pad, or left on the D-pad, I should say. Backdoor the player that you're trying to get the dunks with, and then throw down the dunk. We're going to get the 4 dunks with PJ Tucker done in this game. It's super simple. In terms of steals, like I said, you want to try to get bump steals, things like that. The other easy way to get steals is just to match somebody that you know, and then the way to get blocks is to bait them to drive just like that and then jump at them with Montrez Harrell. So whoever you're trying to get the blocks with, you want to bait the CPUs to drive basically, and then it becomes pretty darn easy to get those blocks as well if you'll need 3 blocks in the game. It'll probably take a couple games to get the 3 blocks, but if you're baiting the drive right here, like I'm going to do right here, I'm not going to get the steal, so I'm going to try to bait the drive here, and then I'm going to come over with Montrez, try to get a block. He didn't actually finish his drive, but again, we're jumping at him. We're going to get blocks a decent bit by doing that right there, but dunks are super easy, especially with a guy not like Joe Ingles who had like a 40 driving dunk. That card was super hard to dunk with. PJ Tucker with the 75 is going to dunk the ball basically every single time, and you can backdoor him right past the CPU on semi-pro basically every single time. We almost got ourselves a steal there, but it wasn't meant to be. We're going to try to, again, bait the drive. We're going to jump here, try to bait him to drive inside. He's going to shoot a sidestep. He's going to bail out of it. It's kind of annoying there. It's not quite as effective as I was hoping there on that one, but it is what it is. The blocks is going to depend. Sometimes it's going to work super well. Sometimes it's not. We're going to get another standing dunk there with PJ Tucker though, and he's got his 4 dunks done right there. Like, dunks are super easy. So you're going to be able to continue to stack your dunks really, really easily just by doing that. Same thing, blitz the outside hand. There's a steal right there. Exactly. Blitz that outside hand, and that'll get you the steals and things like that that you need. And it's going to give you the ability to get those steals relatively quickly as well, as we get that one with PJ Tucker right there. Same thing here. He's going to bring the ball up the right side of the court, try to blitz that outside hand. You're not going to get it every single time, but when you can get it, it's going to be nice. Again, try to get this block there with Montrez, not able to get it. We're going to try to bait him to drive again if we can. Try to open up the lane so that hopefully he'll drive, and he's going to shoot another sidestep. Freaking Jamal Murray doesn't want to drive to the rim right now, but still an easy dunk. THT should have a pretty good release. Yeah, he does. It's going to be easy to knock down threes consistently with him because he's already got a 78 base 3, so his 3-pointers should not be an issue, especially on semi-pro. You can basically shoot anything. It's going to be open. It's going to be easy to knock down. And again, we're going to try to bait Jamal Murray to drive. He's going to drive. We're going to jump with Montrez. Not able to get the block there again, but eventually it's going to start coming for the blocks. Now, Montrez's threes. I know he's only got a 52 3-ball. On this difficulty specifically, on semi-pro, you should be able to knock down a decent bit of your threes. I didn't know his release at all. I'm not going to make an excuse, but I did not know his release at all there. That's why I shot it late there. But once you learn his release, which I will now have it much more learned, it's much quicker than I realized. It's actually a pretty good release. That could have been another steal for PJ Tucker, by the way. But you should be able to knock down a decent bit of your threes, even with only a 52 3-pointer on this type of difficulty, which is going to make it not that hard to get these threes done, I feel like. See if we can get another block. Nope, not able to get a block there. But Montrez does wind up getting another board. We're going to throw it to him, and we're just going to probably walk right up to like 1 step inside the 3-point line if we can. Something like this. You walk right up into one step inside the 3-point line, do a drag back, and shoot over the top, and you should be able to green pretty consistently, even with that 52 3-ball. There you go. You see it. Fast release as well. You're going to be able to green consistently and knock down those threes that he needs, even with that low of a 3-ball. Same thing. Bait him to drive, hopefully try to come over and get a block, and there's one of the blocks we need right there. You can get 3 blocks in a game pretty darn easily getting that type of animation. Just seeing that. Same thing here. Oh, it's going to be an open 3 actually. We're going to try to leave here, and then we're going to try to get back. Not able to quite get back for the chase down, but we got close with Montrez. And you may not get the 3 blocks in a game in one try, but you'll be able to get it pretty quickly. And that it's just nice that we don't have 40 steals or 40 blocks for any of these players in this week's evos. So it's going to make a lot of the evos easier. And you're not going to knock down every single 3 with a 52 3-ball, but you're going to knock down a pretty consistent amount of threes, which is super nice. Again, we're going to let him drive here, and he's going to shoot a pull-up 3 instead of attacking the rim, which apparently Jamal Murray likes to shoot a lot of threes, which is kind of annoying. But 1 step inside the 3-point line, he doesn't do a drag back. I must have messed up my sigs there somehow. We're going to get, again, like 1 step-ish inside the 3-point line. Can you please just drag back? Montrez, come on, man. Montrez is not cooperating with me too much, but still able to get a good look, and he misses the 3 again. He's struggling just a little bit right now, but we're going to bait him to drive again, and we're not quite going to get the chase down. He's going to make it heavy. So doesn't look like we're going to get the 3 blocks in this game, but that is okay regardless. And like I said, THT's 3 is going to be super easy because he's got a smooth release, and he's got a 78 3-ball, so he's going to be able to knock them down every single time. But even if you don't knock down every single 3 with Montrez, they're going to add up as well if you're trying to evo him. It's not going to be all that hard. He's got lock take as well, so I really probably should have gone for a steal there instead of trying to go for the block. But regardless, we're going to see if we can get one more 3 with Montrez to finish off this game. Walking, dragging back, knocking down the 3. Please, Montrez. Green light. There we go. He knocks down the second 3. And as y'all can see, we got the 4 dunks that are required in one game with PJ Tucker in that game. We didn't get the 3 blocks, but we're going to be able to get those 3 blocks eventually if we try to get them with that strategy. 3s with THT are super easy. And then Montrez, in a challenge like this on semi-pro, 3s are not going to be particularly hard either. So overall, this challenge is going to be really, really helpful for stacking all of their agendas, getting as much much done with these evos as possible, and getting it done pretty quickly. The other challenge you could consider doing, which is probably a little bit less effective but still pretty effective, is the inside scoring challenge over here on where you also go to challenges, skill challenges, basketball fundamentals, and this inside scoring challenge. This challenge doesn't end until you hit 5 post moves with one player, so like post fades. So you can stack a lot of challenges and things like that in this as well. It's also on semi-pro, so can still get blocks, steals, and things like that. And for the 3 blocks, you could go in that game because that's a 12-minute quarter game that will end whenever you want it to with those post fades, but you can make it last a really long time to get those blocks if you'd like. But as y'all can see, we've got a little bit of a chunk towards Montrez's evo in that game. Same thing with PJ Tucker, got his dunks done, got him a steal, and then we got a little bit done with THT as well in terms of threes and assists. And assists are super easy as well. You can just backdoor players, things like that, pick and roll. On semi-pro, it's gonna be super easy to get assists as well. So hopefully this video did help y'all out. If it did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.